The health of the river and its tributaries has made tremendous progress over the last 50 years. Pollution from industry and sewage treatment plants is no longer a problem. Nevertheless, challenges remain. Fano Creek runs through the developed areas of Portland, Beaverton, and Tigard before joining the Tualatin River in Durham. Fano has suffered many of the typical impacts for urban creeks.
Impervious surfaces like roofs and parking lots change the what's called the hydrograph, how rainfall moves into the creek and then down. When they're impervious, there's very little retention, so it moves very quickly off and in large volumes. And so it goes up out of the stream bank and starts flooding adjacent lands. The other problem is pollution. The fertilizers that people use in their yards has a tremendous effect on the stream. And on the parking lots, it's chemicals. It's metals, arsenic, other types of constituents that come off of engines and tires and things like that.
Today, the watershed is impacted in many ways. Oil leaks from cars make their presence felt in the river. Unshaded creeks get too warm in the summer for fish. Pesticides and fertilizers used on home lawns at golf courses seep into tributaries and the Tualatin.
Activities that people take in their backyard are not limited to the backyard. It does, in fact, get picked up by rainfall and sweeps into the creek, and it can affect miles and miles of stream.
To take the river to the next stage of health, we all need to play our part.
Does everybody have gloves?
There are many things that we can do to help, like volunteering to plant native trees and shrubs along stream banks. Clean Water Services has a nursery that grows native plants for stream and wetland enhancement projects. The agency also supports streamside restoration by loaning the watershed wagon to community groups. The wagon is a fully equipped mobile gardening tool shed, enabling planting groups to put tools in every willing pair of hands. This Tigard Cub Scout pack is planting a stretch of Dairydale Creek, a tributary of Fano Creek, with native plants that will shade the stream, filter pollutants, and improve wildlife habitat.
We're planting trees because we're trying to get rid of all the non-native stuff that's here, and also it's a segment for Cub Scouts.
Before we get out of weed-blows, you have to plant 20 trees.
The tree planting activities give them a pride in their area, in their community, teaches them not only to respect nature, but to take care of it.
It's important for people to get involved just because there's so much to do. When you have a staff of 14 or 20 people, you can get a lot more done in a shorter amount of time and have a greater impact on the community, the stream, and the Tualatin River.
Stormwater runs directly from our yards and driveways to the nearest stream, and then to the Tualatin. Our actions all make a difference to the watershed, and there are many small things we can do that can have a big impact on the system as a whole. Using native plants or naturescaping in your yard is great watershed stewardship. Native plants require less water and don't need chemical fertilizer, pesticides, and herbicides in the way that non-native plants do. They also provide great wildlife habitat for native species. Maintain your car. Prevent oil leaks and recycle your oil when you change it. Participate in community education. Remind your neighbors that storm drains drain to your local creek and the Tualatin River. Pick up after your pets, at home and in neighborhood parks. One of the best things to do is get out and enjoy yourself in the watershed, and tell a friend. We can only value what we know.
It's so peaceful. I mean, this river is one that you don't have to worry about lots of strong currents. It's very calm, and there's a good variety of wildlife that you can see along the river, and it's very relaxing and very peaceful. The opportunity to get away from the stresses and the hassles of life are right here, right in our backyard.
As I look to the future, if we continue on this track, it's a wonderful thing that's coming together here. This whole ribbon that is the river, it's really a legacy that's important for us all to protect for coming generations. So I don't look at it as something apart from humans. I think it is something very much connected to the human community.
The Tualatin River and watershed are unique resources that are in all of our care. The river has made a remarkable recovery from the impacts of the 20th century. We need to value the Tualatin as a dear, forgotten friend and neighbor. As we enjoy its company, let's introduce the river to others and take care of it so our children can know it too.